Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's promises to press on Israel's wars in Gaza and Lebanon dashed hopes that the killing of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar might help and end more than a year of escalating conflict in the Middle East. The Lebanese militant group Hezbollah, meanwhile, vowed to escalate the fighting against Israel and said the spirit of resistance would be strengthened by the death of the Palestinian ally Sinwar in Gaza. Sinwar, a mastermind of the October 7th attack that triggered the Gaza war, was killed during an operation by Israeli soldiers in the Palestinian enclave. Netanyahu, meanwhile, called Sinwar's killing a milestone but vowed to keep up the war, while the United States and the other Western countries hoped Israel's killing of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar could pave the way to a ceasefire. Israel and foes, including Hamas, have vowed to fight on. Take a look.
Pledges from Israel and its enemies Hamas and Hezbollah to keep fighting in Gaza and Lebanon dashed hopes of an imminent end to war on Friday, prompted by Israel's killing of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar.
Sinwar's death also provides an extraordinary opportunity to achieve a lasting ceasefire.
US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin was among Western politicians who said Sinwar's death offered a chance for negotiations. That contrasted with the rhetoric from the warring parties, as Israel's military said on Friday it had sent another army unit into Jabalia, the largest of Gaza's 8 historic refugee camps.
Well, this is not the end of the war in Gaza.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to keep up the war until hostages held by Hamas in Gaza were released. Hamas said the hostages would only be released with a halt of hostilities there, an Israeli withdrawal, and the release of its prisoners. While Iran, Israel's arch-foe and both militant groups' main backer, said Sinwar's death would only fuel the spirit of resistance. Hezbollah, too, announced the transition to a new and escalating phase in the confrontation with Israel. Sinwar, a mastermind of the October 7, 2023 attack that triggered the Gaza war, was killed on Wednesday in a gun battle by Israeli soldiers in Gaza. They were initially unaware they'd caught Israel's most wanted, officials said. In Gaza, the mood was one of despair. Ismail al-Athamneh is a displaced Palestinian.
The news of the martyrdom of the leader Yahya Sinwar was a heavy blow to the Palestinian people. Netanyahu will not stop. We know that. All the Palestinian people are targeted, not just Sinwar, because every day there are massacres.
In the southern Israeli town of Sderot, which was attacked by Hamas militants on October 7th, Sinwar's death stirred hope, despite Netanyahu's statements.
I think that for Israel it's an opportunity to give a good offer to solve this problem and finish this war that take more than a year and a lot of soldier life and everything.
Families of Israeli hostages called the killing of Sinwar an achievement, but one that would be incomplete while captives are still in Gaza.